This is Jennifer and Corey with Dr. Marketing Tips.
Hey everyone.
And welcome back for our final installment of our 4-part series on maintaining a personal touch in today's electronic age. Today we're going to talk to you about how to maintain a personal touch in the way that you use your video.
And if you're not using video, now is the time to start.
Yes, good point. Good point, Corey. All right, so let's talk about the importance of video. And if you're not using it, this hopefully will convince you that now is the time. So according to a recent report, 72% of all internet traffic in 2017 is going to be video.
That's crazy.
More than half of marketing professionals worldwide name video as the type of content with the best return on investment. And I think you see this especially lately if you're in Facebook and if your feed's anything like mine, it's nothing but video.
Oh, yeah.
80% of online visitors will watch a video while only 20% will read content in its entirety. This is tough because we all like to use video, but Corey and I are constantly preaching that long form content is like it's like candy to Google. They love it and they pick you up and it helps you so much in your search. But from a patient perspective, they want to watch a 2-minute video and move on.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, and 76% of marketers plan on increasing their YouTube video marketing, and I would say that that number should be 100%. I mean, everyone should be producing more video because YouTube is the third most visited site on the web behind Google and Facebook. And then there's YouTube, and then there's Dr. Marketing Tips.
And video really is not that very is not expensive. The point of entry is not expensive enough to dissuade you from getting into video. I mean, you can go expensive. We actually bid it out a couple years ago, a lobby video, which is not the type of videos we're talking about. Those are like $250 an hour or $100,000 to build a 45-minute lobby video. Just doesn't make any sense at all. But for $1,000 or less, you can buy a high-quality camera. You can buy a piece of inexpensive editing software, or you can even outsource your editing. And you can do videos for a couple $100 a pop, and it is the gift that just keeps on giving.
Yeah, it's daunting, I think, before you actually jump in and start doing it. But if you get the stuff and then go in head first, you'll find that it really does not take that much time, and you'll just reap the rewards over and over and over.
And it does make life easier on your physicians because a lot of times you're putting them in front of the camera, and that's another conversation for another day. But you can do a video with the doctor and just get so much content out of it, and you use them once, and you've got good content for months and months on end.
All right, so one of the ways to maintain a personal touch using video, and probably one of the most effective that we find with the clients that we work with, is a getting to know your physician video. These are short and informal. Patients really, really love them. Normally they're 2 minutes or so once they're all said and done. It takes about 10 minutes actually to sit down with the doctor. And these really help to soften that first visit, and they create loyalty with the patients in less than 5 minutes. Jen earlier shared that example of how video influenced a fellow practice manager, and we hear it all the time.
Yeah, Corey records these videos constantly, and he's always telling us, like, so-and-so, when he does testimonials, so-and-so found the practice because she saw the getting to know you video.
Yep, for sure. And the patients, it's nice because they automatically feel they can get a sense for that doctor, who they are, and they feel like they're going to be comforted and they're going to be treated well, and they'll go ahead and convert based solely on the video.
Yeah, and if you might have a doctor that's shy in front of the camera. Corey has some great tricks that he uses when he's getting the doctors to kind of relax. Why don't you share that one trick that you did that you don't even tell the doctors about?
Yeah, one of my favorites is actually to put a little piece of black electrical tape over the red light and start recording and tell them that I'm not. And we'll just have a conversation, and I'll actually get the video done before they even know that we've started.
Yeah, it works out well.
Yeah, it works well. And that also actually really works with patient testimonials too, because they're even more nervous than the doctors.
And cue cards and things like that, they don't really work well, and because you see them show up on the video. Plus, they're so annoying when you're trying to film the video if you've got a whole cue cards up.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell when somebody's eyes are reading along a cue card. So whenever possible, if a doctor wants to bring a sheet of paper or some notes with them, just tell them no. Just throw that out before you even start recording.
So another way to use video to kind of tell your story and to get personal is patient testimonials. Like we said, we hear success stories all the time, and we say that patient testimonials are the gift that keep on giving, and that's because we will go in and film a patient testimonial. It might take 15 to 20 minutes to do that. We will then go and transcribe that patient testimonial to a piece of long form content. We said it before, Google thinks it's like candy, like on Halloween, and you're just handing it out and they just love it and they keep coming back and getting more and more content, indexing your site. So we'll actually go and find the procedure, the original footage that we had gotten maybe from the doctor explaining a particular procedure, and we'll pair it with the patient testimonial of the patient who received the procedure. And then we'll go out there and almost like a journalistic style article, we will combine the two of them and create yet another piece of content that is customized only to the particular practice. And again, it's like Halloween again, and here comes Google looking for the candy, and we're handing out candy, and it's long form patient testimonials and procedure videos. And then it's the gift. Here it goes. We're giving it again. There's more gift here. There's more candy, because we're using the pull quotes from the patient to create social media updates. And it's like a vicious cycle, and it's just the gift that keeps going, and we get more and more patients as a result.
Yeah, and adding to how they can help kind of build loyalty. It's kind of you don't really see this too much when we talk about testimonials, but it's true, because once you invite that patient back into the office, they get a chance to interact with the doctor on a little bit more of an informal level and spend some time there. They become just the biggest fans of that physician and the practice.
Because they can help the doctor who helped them.
Exactly. Yeah. And so you'll find, like, when this video goes up on social or on the website, that patient, it just shares it everywhere they can, and they're talking about the doctor and the practice at every chance they get, because they not only got their, let's say, their hip done or what have you, but then they also came back, and now there's this real relationship there. So again, it's just another way that the testimonials kind of keep on giving. All right, so let's talk about some ways that the patient testimonials can go just the best way possible. Number one, you want to make sure that the patient is articulate and they show up well on camera. They can put a couple of sentences together. They're not nervous. If you get somebody that's really introverted, it makes for a really hard time getting one of these done. It's like pulling teeth. So you make sure that you have the right patient. And you also want the practice procedure and the doctor name. So that way everything can go up on the screen and it's nice and easy, no matter what point the patient is watching the video, that the name of the procedure is right there. Normally, we start our videos with an introduction from the patient and the biggest benefit. So what they'll say is, "Hi, my name is Joe Smith. I had a knee replacement, and the biggest benefit is now I can ride a bike with my kids." And so even if a patient or potential patient is only watching this video for about 30 seconds, they really get the gist of the story. And we find that after about 45 seconds or so, the viewership kind of drops off a cliff. It's just the way that people are. So we always say to edit these to less than 3 minutes. We try and keep them really less than 2.
Yeah, I'm a perfect example. You got 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. If it's interesting, I might stick it out, but if not, I've moved on, and I've made my decision probably in the first 15 to 20 seconds. All right, so another way that you can use video and create a kind of a personal touch is to actually have your doctors be the one to add the personal touch. And you can do this by having them create procedure videos. You sit down with the doctor, maybe 45 minutes, and literally have them walk through the different procedures that they do on a regular basis, the ones they get the most questions about, and have them talk about that procedure. And then you can use maybe some footage from a surgery that you've gotten or an animation video that you can purchase, and you can pair it together. But have the doctor sit there and answer the questions that he or she gets on a regular basis, so they can, one, you have a more educated patient base when you do this, but two, surgery and going to the doctor, again, it can be a scary thing, and the doctor is the best one to create that personal relationship.
Yeah, for the patients, there's nothing like hearing it straight from the horse's mouth. And when the doctor is going through this procedure, it can really do a lot to help instill some trust from the patient perspective. So these are a little bit less personal, let's say, than a getting to know you or a patient testimonial, but they are great for SEO. And when we pair them with some of the written content and the long form content, it really does wonders for the hits for your website. So it also helps fill out that content schedule and physician bio pages. So if you're struggling to come up with content on social media, this is another day. Basically, it's another way to fill out that social calendar for you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with social calendars, make sure to check out the member library on Dr. Marketing Tips, because we've got an example in there for you.
One way that you can do kind of a personal touch and help tell your story before the patient even gets in is put together a tour of your office. This is another way that you can soften that office experience. We talked about it when we were talking about websites before, that you want to put images up there that show that, hey, we're not a scary doctor's office. We are somebody that you can come to and get the care that you need, and it's going to be an easy experience. And so you can soften this office experience by putting together a office tour. And you don't have to do it with a video, but you can take still photos and then put together a slideshow or kind of like short clips together that kind of help the patient, get an understanding of what they're going to experience that first time that they walk in. And search engines, they love these video clips and these slideshows. And so it just helps you again.
Yep, for sure. And if you are curious, or maybe you already have some photos laying around and you want to put one of these slideshows together, the screenshot there is actually taken from slideshare.net. So if you want to check that out, it's really easy to use, totally free. And like Jen said, the search engines just love them.
It's free.
Yeah, nothing beats that.
Free.
All right. And with that said, that brings us to the end of our 4-part series on maintaining a personal touch. So I wanted to say thank you for hanging out and listening to all 4 parts. And if you didn't listen to all 4 parts, go do that right now.
Thanks so much. And y'all have a great day.